Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much. Introduce myself. I'm Niko Brahmanto from SMP TEACHERLYMPICS di Kota Magelang. Did you know that every time musicians pick up their instrument, there are fireworks going off all over the brain? On our side, they made to calm and focus, reading the music and making the precise and practical movement required. But inside their brain, they have party going on. How do we know this? Well, in these last few decades, neuroscientists have made enormous breakthroughs in understanding how our brains work by monitoring them in the real time. With instruments like fMRI and PET scanners, when people are hooked up to the machine, tasks such as reading or doing math problems each have concentrating areas of the brain where activity can be observed. But then researchers got the participants to listen to music. They saw fireworks, multiple areas of the brain were lighting up once as they processed the sound, took it apart to understand the elements like melody, and put it up all back together into a film musical experience. And our brains do all this work in the between when the first hear the music and when our foot starts to stop along. But the scientists turn from observing of music listeners to those of musicians. The little backyard fireworks became a jubilee. It turns out that while listening to music engages to the brain in some pretty interesting activities. Playing music is the brain equivalent of a full body workout. The neuroscience show multiple areas of the brain light up, simultaneously processing different information in intricate, interrelated, and associated. But what is about the music that sets the brain light? The research is still very areas, but neuroscientists have a pretty good idea. Playing a musical instrument engages practically every area of the brain at once, especially visual, auditory, and motor cortex. As with any other workout discipline, structured practice in playing music strengthens this brain function, allowing us to apply that strength to other activities. The most obvious difference between listening to music and playing it is that the latter requires fine motor skill, whether controlling both hemispheres of the brain. It also combines the linguistic and mathematical precision, in which the left hemisphere is more with the novel and creative content than the right exhaustion. For this reason, playing music has been found to increase the volume and activity in the brain's corpus callosum, the bridge between the two hemispheres, allowing messages to get across the brain faster and through more diverse routes. This may allow musicians to solve this problem more actively and creatively in both academic and social settings, because making music also involves crafting understanding its emotional content and message. Musicians often have higher level and excuse function, a category of interlinked tasks that includes planning, strategizing, and attention to detail, and requires stimulation and analysis of both cognitive and emotional aspects. This ability also have an impact on how our memory skills. And indeed, musicians exhibit ancient memory function, creating, storing, and retrieving memories more quickly and efficiently. Studies have found the musicians appear to use their highly connected to give each memory multiple tags, such as conceptual tag and emotional tag, and audio tag and conceptual tag, like a good Internet things. How do we know that all benefits are unique to music, as opposed to, say, sport or painting? Or could it be that people who were already smarter than neuroscientists have explored this issue, but so far they have won the artistic and aesthetic of learning to play a musical instrument are different from any other activity studied, including other arts? And several randomized studies are participants who show the same level of cognitive function and neural processing at the start, found that those who were exposed to a periodic music learning show enhancement in multiple brain area components. This research is about the mental benefit of playing music, has an understanding of contextual, revealing inner rhythm and complex joy that make up amazing orchestra of our brain.
Melihatmu bahagia, satu hal yang terindah, anugerah cinta yang pernah ku punya. Kau buatku percaya ketulusan cinta, seakan kisah sempurna kan tiba. Masih jelas teringat pelukanmu yang hangat tinggalkan, tak tersisa lagi waktu bersama. Mengapa masih ada sisa rasa di dada di saat kau pergi begitu saja? Mampukah ku bertahan tanpa hadirmu sayang? Tuhan, sampaikan rindu untuknya. Masih jelas teringat pelukanmu yang hangat, seakan semua tak mungkin menghilang. Kini hanya kenangan yang telah kau tinggalkan, tak tersisa lagi waktu bersama. Mengapa masih ada sisa rasa di dada di saat kau pergi begitu saja? Mampukah ku bertahan tanpa hadirmu sayang? Tuhan, sampaikan rindu untuknya. Masih tersimpan setiap kenangan, semua cinta yang kau beri. Kau takkan terganti. Mengapa masih ada sisa rasa di dada di saat kau pergi begitu saja? Mampukah ku bertahan? Tuhan, sampaikan rindu untuknya. Sampaikan rindu